and continue that in this one.
After the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. On play action, Brissett. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, Brissett. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that was sending them back to the drawing board.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the sideline. And says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
4th down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman.
This is taken at the 18. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bears take over. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag.
Intentional grounding, offense.
Now we saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Looking to throw. Beck. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
So this game, Charles, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons, and it feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the 1st half. Backups get the play in the 2nd. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Still the 1st half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Hey,
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. There's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Beck. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Darren Waller with career touchdown number 70. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce.
He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brissett
To Pierce, they set up the screen.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. The Texans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Drew Chrisman on to punt as he gets this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Tackled by Jonathan Grenard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. This will be caught at Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. First down, this is McCaffrey. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Brissett. That's complete. It's Collins. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. He finds his man, complete. That's Spencer. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Brissett on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Spencer. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the 2nd half.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Set to resume. Here we go with the 2nd half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have the control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And quickly, they get to the line. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get it down here to the 43. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught inside the 5. McCaffrey is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. And right side, they're going to go option here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears.
He was having success there holding on to it on the option, but ultimately problems downfield, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and this is a tough one because you know you'd prefer to have your quarterback either heading to the sidelines or getting down at the end of the play. But you've got an aggressive one. He's fighting for extra yardage, and he gets stripped there. You don't need him to be a hero in that situation. You want your quarterback taking care of himself.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. And now they're in the hurry up. On third and 2. Beck toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Off the play fake. Back. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Bears have opened the lead up to 30. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A run for Pierce out of the gun.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Brissett. He gets it to Cooks. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to face a third down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Back now here on EA Sports. The Texans on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Open man is Noah Brown. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's caught inside the 25.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball. And unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Brissett. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st down, Beck. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st and 10, Beck. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Off play action. Beck. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics are telling you.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Santos now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Houston set to take over. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Looking to throw again on second down. Brissett. It'll be a gain of 5. And now third down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. He's got his man. It's Pierce.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Chandon Sullivan. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Out of his end zone, Brissett.
That's complete to Pierce.
And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. Brissett now. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to...
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And here comes the Texans now.
They're facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, where their defense has really struggled.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Brissett. Over the middle, complete. It's Pierce. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
To throw, Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense through the shutout, Adam. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a